Hi guys, it's Ray, and yeah, I have another vlog for haul things because I bought stuff. What are you gonna do? Yes, this is slightly more sizable. I don't know. I can't remember how many things I showed last time. I don't know. I'm going senile in my old age. No, I'm not the old one. I'm making old jokes because it's my boyfriend's birthday today, and he is he's more aged than me. I'm not gonna be mean and say how old he is because he's probably gonna kick me or something. But yes, I have some books, and I have them from sort of two places. Like two of them were acquired last weekend from Waterstones when I went to visit the parents. We went into Stafford and kind of walked around in the rain and ate really delicious food. And then we went into Waterstones and bought things. Technically, Boyf bought one of these with his Amazon. No, not Amazon. We're in Waterstones. Good God, I'm just going mad. But yeah, he bought one of these. But since part of the rest of the haul is going to be related to that one, I'm going to show it anyway. But I bought lagging this camera, so terrible. The Oathbreaker Shadow by Amy McCulloch, and I finished reading this the other day actually, and I really enjoyed this because this Amy I think is going to be at the Young Adult Lit Con in July, which I'm going to with Jess. It's going to be so good. So I've been and obviously Jess is going to be running a readathon in June for basically reading authors' books that are going to be at YALC, so you've read some of the books that ahead of going to see the authors, which is pretty good, and I shall post a link to that in the description because I should be promoting this stuff for her because that's what besties do. But I read this and I really enjoyed it. It's a really sort of interesting sort of fantasy world. It's kind of set in what feels like a sort of deserty nomadic, like northern African kind of Morocco type sort of feeling. But yeah, it doesn't feel like rooted to any particular one culture. That was a sentence, God. And it's really intriguing with a male protag and a very interesting sort of kind of promise and like oath systems. Like if you make a promise to someone, make an oath that you will like I will protect your family from whatever, and you sort of make a knot on it. If you break that oath, you're gonna have some serious pain. You're gonna have this shadow just haunting you, kind of going, yeah, I'm your big reminder that you just fail at your promise, and everyone else will know that, and they will shun you to the desert, kind of thing. But I really enjoyed this, and the sequel's out real soon, I think. So luckily, I managed to get this in a hardback, so we'll probably have to get the second one in hardback because they match. And the covers are really pretty, and the second one it does look also very glorious. But we'll have to add this to the granny trolley of books that me and Jessica be hauling around the YLC to get signed when I see Amy in July, which will be awesome. So that. And the other book that we bought in Waterstones was this book here, which I shall bring closer so you can actually see better, is A Natural History of Dragons by Marie Brennan. And this is one basically, my boyfriend just sort of picked it off the shelf and just brought it over to me. This looks very you, and just handed it to me about sort of a lady. It feels kind of sort of Victorian, but I think it's sort of a fantasy world. Who's like a sort of high class lady who is a foremost dragon naturalist. Yeah, I can get behind that. Dragon naturalist is sort of anatomical like thing of a dragon on the front. Very cool. So we got that, which is awesome. And so yesterday, me and the boys went down to London for the day, well, kind of more for the evening because we were going to a thing, which I'm going to try and see if I can grab now without like knocking the laptop off. Trying to reach where are tickets? Ah, there they are. Sorry, this is my face. But we went yesterday to the South Centre. See, can you see Yoshki? Yeah, I keep mentioning this. Well, I'm mentioning more on my blog actually in writing posts. But Yoshki is well, this was a classical concert for stuff that he's composed, but he was also formerly the drummer for a Japanese band called Extra Pan, which my boyfriend is a big fan of and really loves their music. And so when it came up that Yoshiki was doing a world tour for this album and was going to be in London, it's like, yeah, and it's like the day before his birthday, it's like, we're going. And I've actually listened, I've been listening to the album for over the past few weeks, months, often while I'm writing. I wrote one of the hardest scenes in my entire book, listening to that CD and just sobbing. And so we went to London for that, and while we went down earlier in the day because it wasn't like 8 o'clock, and then we were just wandering around London. Wandering around Leicester Square. Went and had a lunch in the Tokyo Diner that's just off Leicester Square, like dead near to like the Odeon Cinema. It's kind of weird walking around going, oh yeah, I was here recently for the Divergent premiere. It's strange, but we had lunch there, which was very good, very tasty. I ate the whole damn thing with chopsticks, bitches, and it's really awkward for me because I'm left-handed, and chopsticks would be difficult enough anyway, but adding my left-handedness and it just feels even more alien to me, so I was like, damn it, we'll eat. But that was really good. And then we went into Foyles, and I bought things. No, actually, before that, I tell a lie, I went into Forbidden Planet before that. My god, I did not realise the downstairs of Forbidden Planet had all of the books, as in all of the books, and all of the comics. It was crazy, and what makes me really happy, they have like a whole young adult section, and in that young adult section, there is an entire little section for Tamora Pierce. It's got a label and everything, and it's just got loads of Tamora Pierce books. I'm like, this is brilliant! And I was like kind of petting the shelf like a crazy person, and it's like, if only I didn't have all of the books already, I'd be buying them now. But yes, that made me very happy. And also what I got from one bit of it, I got Banished by Liz de Jager, who is a UK author, who I believe also used to be a blogger, although I don't think I actually followed her blog at the time, which is like silly of me. But this is actually a signed copy, which is pretty cool. And it was like, I've heard lots of good things about this, so I got that, which is pretty awesome. And also when we're in there, Boyfriend found, where is it? The Tropic of Serpents by Marie Brennan, which is the second book. My face froze in a really awkward place like that for a minute. Second book in the Natural History of Dragons. I don't know if it's a series. Well, that book has only recently come out as well, and it was like had £2 off in Forbidden Planet. It's like, yeah, awesome. I like this. I can get behind this. And after this, then we went to Foyles, and since my local Bookish didn't have this earlier in the week, which annoyed me, but it's probably because they tend to sort of throw things out on the shelves before their release dates, because I know back when I lived with my parents, the local Smiths there had books out a couple of days before sometimes a release date, and since there was an embargo on this one, it was probably best that they don't have the option to put them out, even accidentally. But I grabbed off the table in a state of teeth, speak, enunciate, Foyles, on the table of like, yeah, here are some awesome books. It was like this one copy. I thought it was like on a stack. No, it was just this one, because it's a freaking monster. Just look at that. That is ridiculous. Cassie Clare, what are you doing? This is going to take me hours. This is about at least 6 hours of reading, at least. And I'm surprised he's not making eyes at me right now, because he's made jokes already that it's going to be like 30 minutes, and I don't read that fast. He picks on me because I read so fast. But comparison. Oh, this is a terrible comparison so far. There is like about 1.5 centimeters difference between that which I'm rereading at the moment because I can't remember a damn thing, and this. I could bench press this. I'd probably get tired bench pressing this, but I'm very excited to read this. I've managed to currently avoid any real spoilers, I hope, although seeing tweets like the saddest happy book I've ever read is just like, oh Christ. Is it going to have epilogues like Clockwork Princess? Because I can't deal with that. But I will get to this probably at the weekend. I don't know. So huge though. I don't know what to do. So I got that from Foyles, which is awesome. And then as we were heading to South Bank Centre, spotted under a bridge just near the Royal Festival hall a bookmark, like this book market under a bridge. It's like, this is freaking awesome. It's like intellectual trolls. And so I nosed around there, and then I sort of found, like, just as we were about to head off, and like the woman in the store was like packing stuff up, so it was just like, quick, grab this now. I got this book, High Society in the Regency Period, by Venetia Murray, which is obviously a non-fiction book about the Regency period. And if you may have noticed my Jane Austen and Regency romance novel obsession, I kind of have a bit of a fascination with the Regency period. So thought I'd get this book about it. It's quite intriguing. It's got a quote on the back from Amanda Foreman, who is, I'm pretty sure, is the author who wrote the biography of the Duchess of Devonshire, one that I think they used to base the Keira Knightley film off. So that's interesting. It was like £4.50. I got confused at first because the price at the top said like $8.99, and then the thing underneath it says $4.50. I was like, "You're serious? Charging us $8.99? That's the retail price. This is a used book. You crazy?" But no, $4.50, which is pretty good, and it's quite good nick. And the portrait on the front's quite cleavagey, which is fine. But yes, that is things that I bought from Waterstones and then London and stuff. And also when we were in London, we went to La Duquet in Covent Garden and bought macarons. And oh my god, they're so tasty. Although I will have to apologise to my sister because I couldn't go back and get her any today. They wouldn't have kept until I saw you next, so I'm sorry. We'll just go to Paris and buy some more there. I don't know. But yes, this video is now massively long. I'm sorry. Maybe. But yeah, that's stuff that I bought. I'm now going to go, I think, carry on reading this and just hope that I can't start that today. I will not be able to finish it today. It's not going to happen. I'll be at 5 in the morning to start there. And it's just not going to work. But yes, I'm going to go now. And hopefully this will all upload properly without lagging and freezing and something stupid like that. Who knows? But anyway, happy Friday. A happy birthday to people whose birthdays, because apparently there's lots of people's birthdays. Because it's little boy, it's my uncle, there's like 2 people I went to school with. Apparently it's Benjamin of Tome's birthday as well, which apparently Twitter tells me. Oh great, everybody's birthdays. Everyone's born at the end of May and everyone's born on the 5th of March. Everyone their birthdays. God. Sorry, I'm ranting. Going now.